Joined by MOS to PMO Dr. Jitendra Singh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has kick-started his campaign with a very strong words. He said that before Article 370 was abrogated, youngsters used to have stones in their hand and they used to target our brave hearts. Now the same stones are being used for development of Naya Jammu and Kashmir. How do you see this duplicity of the Congress that has inked basically a pact with National Conference that wants to get back Article 370? Means again same thing.
No, I think right now where we are standing, this itself is an evidence of the change that has happened over the last 1 decade under Prime Minister Modi. Now this was one of the most backward areas, one of the most backward districts in Jammu and Kashmir. They are also very far from remotest areas. And it had abundant natural resources, although it had abundant river resources because on the banks of river Chenab, it had abundant Himalayan resources, the aroma resources. It's all been explored only in the last 10 years, which has changed the entire face of this region. And so also the rest of Jammu and Kashmir. Prime Minister Modi rightly pointed out to the Purple Revolution, which was born from Doda district in a small town called Bhadroa, and it happened because it was possible because Prime Minister Modi personally took an interest in it, that he was talking about in his Man Ki Baat editions. He also arranged a tableau for it at the Republic Day parade at Kartavya Path, and therefore now the youth of this region and also of Jammu and Kashmir as a whole have realized that they don't want to miss the bus. They want to be part of the journey led by Prime Minister Modi because the manner in which he has unleashed abundant opportunities across the country. Just take one example. Before 2014, we were just 350, 400 startups in India. Today, we've gone up to more than 1.5 lakh. But this region could not benefit even from that, although Prime Minister was taking a personal interest. He spoke from Red Fort, Stand Up India, Stand Up India. But that did not percolate to Jammu and Kashmir because of certain barriers. The constitutional barriers with the central laws and central schemes were not being translated in letter and spirit in the absolute manner. In the last 5 years, that has also happened. 5 years back, I would just like to share with you, we had only 30 startups in Jammu and Kashmir, 30. Today, it's gone up to almost 850 to 900. So, and as the time moves on, this will also progress. So now the youth is well informed thanks to the social media and the other electronic channels of information like yours. You can't fool them anymore. So they know what they are missing out if they are not a part of the journey led by Prime Minister Modi. And therefore they are ready to move on.
You think that they are stitching an alliance with the National Conference that keeps on talking about restoration of Article 370? Because on one hand, Rahul Gandhi often keeps on talking about reservation. And we know about the Valmiki Samaj, how Article 370 abrogation make them stakeholders. They were otherwise treated like sweepers only.
No. There are two parts to it. A, that Article 370 is contradictory to the concept of reservation. Because it was denying a whole lot of Valmiki Samaj, as you rightly said, of their legitimate citizenship rights. It was denying the refugees from Pakistan of their citizenship rights as well as voting rights, even after they had stayed back for 70 years in a time and age when even if you go abroad, settle down overseas in another country, you get a green card after 10-15 years. And from the same component of population, India got two prime ministers, Dr. Manmohan Singh, I.K. Gujral, still you were deprived. So rather they were acting quite the cross purposes to the concept of, they were not even giving equal rights to the common citizens. So I don't think they have the right moral authority to talk about reservation. Secondly, having said that, now they are talking of restoration of 370 because they were the actually beneficiaries. And they pose themselves to be the votaries or advocates of 370, but actually they were the greatest abusers. As I said the other day, the smallest example is they did not allow the PRIs, the Panchayat representatives, the benefit of the central funds coming to them, which was going to the Chief Minister's treasury. So how were they helping these? Because they used the LB of 370 to do that. They had the prerogative to see what central law could be applicable, what not. So now how was that helping the common citizen? Similarly, when during emergency, Indira Gandhi increased the term of the assemblies to 6 years by way of that infamous amendment 42, 43 or whatever, you had same National Conference and same Chief Minister, Sheikh Abdullah. Immediately, that time they didn't think of 370. Immediately they adopted it. Didn't take even a second to take a decision. 3 years later, when the government changes the center, the Janata government headed by Morarji Desai reverses that amendment. I think that was 45, 46. All the assemblies reverted back to 5 years. But Jammu and Kashmir at that time, the same Chief Minister, the same government, the same party, they suddenly get reminded of 370.